Hey everybody, welcome to Go for Green Living Homestead. My name is Daniel. It's getting to the hot part of the day, so I got to hurry through this. But today I am designing an aquaponics system, and I'm going to give y'all some tips and tricks. You know, so that when you build your aquaponics system, that you already know. All right, now y'all didn't see this, but I built this 9-foot grow bed. About a month ago, and I was going to use it for a rice paddy or something along that lines, and it needs a pond liner, and that takes money, so that project's going to have to wait just a little bit. I have plenty of this wood that I can save, and it'll just be, you know, a future project. But anyway, let's get into designing the system, and let's go over what we need. Okay, we need our grow beds, we need sump tanks, and we need a lot of PVC pipe. Now you can put a filter on these, and we'll go over that as we are building this. But I'm not putting a filter on this because I like for my plants and my water plants to be able to have the fertilizer that it needs. Plus I like to harvest it and share it with my land plants. But anyway, so we got our grow beds right here, and this table is 9 foot by 3 foot. I'm going to be able to put 5 of these grow beds in here. Now 4 of them are going to be grow beds flood and drain using a T-siphon. They'll fill up and then they'll drain. And then 1 of them will be a duckweed grower, and the duckweed grower is for the fish that I'm going to have in the system. Now I want a system to grow out the males. When I have too many males, and when they have babies, they have a mix. So the males are like roosters. You get too many of them, and then nothing gets done. They end up fighting all day. So that's exactly what's happening. So I want a place to grow out my males so that they can just get big and healthy, and we can harvest them easily. You know, and so, but I'm going to have. I'm going to use these barrels turned sideways with the holes cut in top, and use those as my fish tanks and sump tanks. And through the front is through the lids that come on and off. There's 2 of them. They both have 3/4 inch male fittings in there. So all I got to do is clean out the back, and the 3/4 inch male fitting is on there. So I can turn this sideways and it'll be waterproof just by screwing in that male fitting. Now I'm going to combine several of these sump tanks because I'm looking for roughly about 750 gallons of water floating in here, you know, something, you know, as it runs through. Plus I'm going to hook it to the big system, but that's really complicated, and we'll get into that later. So anyway, let's design a system. All right. I got my grow beds. I know what I need to do. Now let's see if they balance. Now it's going to be, this is the tricky part, and it's, like I said, it's hot in here. I have to have enough water down here floating and going through these grow beds so that I can store enough. Now one of these tanks turned sideways. I'm going to have it so that it's halfway. When it's it will never drain lower than halfway. So half of that is 22.5 gallons. So no matter what, 22.5 gallons are going to stay in these tanks, you know, as they go. And plus I'm going to add this upright one where I'm going to put my pump, and when these are connected halfway, I'm going to take these grommets right here and connect these tanks up so that all the water level stays the same and it never pumps below halfway. So anything above that is my floating water. Now, it'll hold 50 gallons. Each one of those will hold 50 gallons. So that's 25 gallons of floating water I have for one. Now, I'm going to be using this drum right here, and it'll have another 25 gallons of floating water. So that's 50 gallons right there I could possibly use for these 5 grow beds. Now, these are half barrels, and it won't fill up all the way. It'll fill up about 1.5 inches below this line right here. And so, but with rocks and the plants and all that, they take up volume. So it won't be 20 gallons in here. It'll roughly be about 10 to 15 gallons at the most, and the rest will be rocks and plants. It'll be handling the volume part of that. Now, I have 50 gallons, so if I want 4 of these half drums, and they're floating 15 gallons apiece, now that's what? 30, 60 gallons that I need to be able to run this where it won't affect my fish and it won't run out of water. Now these 2 tanks, remember we had 25 and 25 gallons, that is not enough to handle 60 gallons. And plus it's going to be dripping into the duckweed grower, and that's probably 5 gallons. So I'd say 65 gallons is what we need floating. So if I add another one of these sideways drums as another fish tank, then that'll give me another 25 gallons. That'll give me 75 gallons, and that'll equal out my system that's floating. That'll just flood and drain these systems. So that's more than enough. So I'll have 2 of the sideways 55 gallon drums, the upright one where I'll have my pump, and everything will drain into this upright one, and then it'll pump right back up to these. Plus this upper one, you know, I have a special thing for it. It's going to go back to the main system, and the main system's going to feed this. Every 18 minutes, they'll get a fresh gulp of water, which would be really awesome. I've never seen it before, so I'm excited to do that. All right. Well, anyway, so we got that. We know how many grow beds we're going to have. We know what sump tanks we need, fish tanks and sump tank we need to be able to handle the water system. Now I'm just going to use little pea gravels. That's a real simple one for me. Now I recently came up with this external siphon, and this external siphon is what I'm going to try for all these. So this is going to be an experiment, you know, whether it works or not, you know, with the external siphon. So we'll see, but I'm pretty much guaranteed that it's going to work because I've done tests there several times and left it running and didn't have one hiccup in it the whole time. So this external siphon with the clean out tube that runs through the inside is how I'm going to get the water back from the grow beds to the sump tanks. Now that wasn't hard at all, was it? I know. It seems complicated, but it's really not. All you need is downhill. Your grow beds, a way to get that water back up to the grow pen, and I have a 30-watt pump right here, and that it would be just fine for. We're on solar, so we need the lowest wattage as possible. That 35-watt pump will pump these 5 beds, no problem. So yeah, so I just need a bunch of PVC pipe, and I'll try to figure out exactly how much PVC pipe I need, and how many fittings I need, and as we're building this system, we'll know exactly. So if you wanted to build this exact system, you could do it. But after you build one system, then you'll feel confident to build bigger systems, and then you'll be like me, have a 100-foot long system running good. But I hope this helped y'all, because I've been meaning to get this out here to y'all, and I know y'all will enjoy that.
That means I love you in Hebrew. Bye, Dad.
There you guys.